Good morning, class. Myself, Mrs. Monica Parit. Welcome to Science class, Standard 7, Chapter number 4. We are going to start today, that is Nutrition in Living Organism. Before that, we have conducted two tests of science. For the chapter number 1, one test, and for the chapter number 2nd and 3rd, togetherly we have given the test of 30 marks. I hope you are doing well with it, and there is no problem to handle the test on test modes. Be attentive, see the WhatsApp daily for the updates, and mostly the test will be conducted of a science on that particular day only when the science lectures will be there. And the revision is already taken after each chapter. After completion of each chapter, we are summarizing that chapter. Still, we have taken the revision separately. I hope you are listening that carefully and completing your exercise on timely manner. Okay, now let's start with this nutrition in living organism. To understand this, we should first know what is meant by nutrition. So, what is meant by nutrition as per you? The nutrition which will give us the energy, or you can say the food as well. It's a basic definition of it. So, the definition of nutrition is the process of taking in and using food which takes place in the living organism. It's called as nutrition. It is our topic for today. But before we start with it, we have few questions under the let's recall. We will answer this first. What is malnutrition? As we just seen the what is meant by nutrition, now we see what is malnutrition. Malnutrition is the state when the required nutrients for the proper functioning of body are not obtained through the diet, or it will be also result of imbalanced diet or overnutrition which cause the malnutrition. Next question we have, which are the ways to prevent the malnutrition? Taking a wholesome food and the balanced diet is the way to prevent the malnutrition. Similarly, as per our age and type of work, we have to manage our diet to prevent the malnutrition so our body can function properly, and whatever the nutrients required, it will get from it. Now, nutrients are nothing but the further process of a foodstuff. Now, what is meant by foodstuff, that we are going to see. In this chapter, today you are going to see nutrition, what is meant by nutrition, what is meant by the foodstuff, what are the types of nutrition, and which are the nutrients required for our body, what is the need of this nutrition, what is meant by autotrophic nutrition and what is meant by heterotrophic nutrition, and autotrophic plant, that is how the plant is going to create their own food. In photosynthesis you are going to learn today. This topic we will cover under today's video. Nutrition. See, in a human beings or in all other living world or a microorganism, some life process goes continuously in the living organisms. So the substances which are digested and assimilated for obtaining energy and growth and health of our body is called as foodstuff. Okay, the life process goes on continuously means the how it is goes on with the help of this foodstuff. And what is meant by foodstuff? The substance which are digested, assimilated, and for what it will be? For obtaining the energy and for the growth and health of the body. This all is called as foodstuff. I will mark the definition of foodstuff. You have to write it in notebook. Okay. Now there are several type of nutrients from the foodstuffs. And these nutrients can be classified into two main types, which will be the macronutrients and micronutrients. MACRO, micronutrients and micronutrients. Macro and micro. These are the two types of nutrients. Now how they are classified because of these contents. So the nutrients which will contains the carbohydrate, protein and fat are required in a large quantity. If these three things are required in a large quantity, these nutrients, not a quantity, these nutrients are required in a large quantity, these are the macronutrients, then it will be a micronutrients. And the mineral vitamins are required in a very small quantity, they are called as micronutrients. Okay, get it? This also you should write into your notebook. Micronutrients and macro and micronutrients. From here till this. Micronutrient and the contents of nutrients, it will be minerals, vitamins, and in the small quantity it will be. Whereas in a case of macronutrients, carbohydrates, protein, fats, and they require in a large quantity. These are the two types of nutrients, macro and micro. Now why we need this nutrition, that we will see. See, the process of taking in and using the food which takes place in the living organism is called as nutrition. Means that food we are using, and for the energy and growth we are using that food, that is called as nutrition. And why it is required, what it gives us, that are called as need of nutrition. Need of nutrition, first to supply the energy required for doing work. A food stuff which we have which gives us the energy to do any work. For example, consider you are not having your meal for 2 days. You are able to run, you are able to go to school? No, it is not. You are able to do all this activity because of nutrition you are getting from the food, and it is providing energy to us. Second, growth and development of body. If we have a proper nutrients from our food stuff, then our body will grow and develop in a proper manner. That's why it is said that your diet should be a which contains the all nutrients in it. So second need of it is for the growth and development of body. Third, to replace the damaged cells and repair the tissues. We are unaware with this working of it, but whatever the foodstuffs we are having, the cells of it or the cells of our body utilizing that food, and also it is replaces the damaged cell and repair the tissue of it. Fourth one is important, that is to fight with disease. These all are the need of nutrition for providing energy so that we can do all the work, for the growth and development of a body, to replace the damaged cell and repair the tissue, and to fight with the diseases. There are two types of nutrition, are there? Autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. We belongs to heterotrophic nutrition. Humans belongs to the heterotrophic nutrition. Now what is meant by the autotrophic nutrition? Some organisms will produce their own food and nourish themselves. These are called as autotrophs. Means those living organisms who will create their own food and nourish themselves, they are called as autotroph nutrition. For example, plants are autotrophic. Next is heterotrophic nutrition. Some organisms depend on other organisms or organisms such as on a plant or animals for their food. This is called as heterotroph nutrition. Animals and the humans are belongs to the heterotroph nutrition because some animals, herbivorous animals, are depend on the plants, and the carnivorous animals are depend on the other animals flesh. They feed themselves on the flesh of other small animals. Next we are going to learn today is photosynthesis. As I told you, plants are autotrophic. Autotrophic means what? Those who are creating their own food and nourishes themselves are called as autotroph. Now, how they are going to do this? That we are seeing. We are going to see it in details. Plant also need the food, but they are creating by their own for their growth and development. How they will create? For creating the food, they require mainly carbon dioxide, which they will take from the surrounding air, carbon dioxide from the surrounding air. Next is water, which their roots will take for them. Roots will absorb water and mineral and pass it to the other part, and the carbon dioxide will be taken from the surrounding air. And sunlight, sunlight and the chlorophyll. The chlorophyll itself present into the green plants, that is in the chloroplast is the cell of plant. Inside that chlorophyll is present. With the help of all this, the plants are making their own food with the help of sunlight. And this all process, we can also say that plants converted light energy into the chemical energy and store it in the form of food. Now we are going to see it in detail. The water and minerals required are taken from the roots. The work of providing the water and minerals and the salt is of roots. It absorbs the water, minerals and salt from the soil and it's provided to the other part of body. Now the carbon dioxide is taken from the air, and how it will be taken? Because there are small openings on the leaves of plants, that is called as stomata. So the carbon dioxide will be taken from that small opening, and the sunlight and the chlorophyll which is present in the chloroplast. With the help of these all, the food plants are producing their own food, that is in the form of glucose, and it will be provided to the all other part where it will be consumed or it is stored for the latter use. And in all this process also the oxygen is given out. So what could be, what how we can say the what is photosynthesis is? Plant need the food for their growth. They can produce their own food with the help of sunlight, chlorophyll. Plant make their food in their leaves using the water and nutrients from the soil and the carbon dioxide from the air. And this process is called as photosynthesis. Now there is equation given for you for the photosynthesis. See, carbon dioxide stand for C, CO2, water 6H2O. With the help of sunlight and chlorophyll, what we get the final product? Glucose, that is the food of plant, C6H12O6, and oxygen is given out in the air, that is 6O2. Beside the leaves, the photosynthesis takes place in some other part like a green stem too, as they contains chlorophyll. We have also seen this in a case of cactus. Cactus having the green fleshy part stem, and the stem performs the function of the photosynthesis. Next topic we have as transport system in plants. In this transport system of plant, that blue arrows are shown. They will providing the water and minerals from the roots of it to the all other parts of plant, and the pink arrow are shown. They will be providing glucose, that is nothing but the food, to the all other parts of the plants where it can be consumed or it can be stored. See, the transport system of plant will consist of xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. Now what's the working of them? The xylem transport the minerals and water from the roots to all aerial parts of plants. All aerial parts of plants means those who are the above to the soil. They are called aerial parts of plant. And the phloem is transfers the food, that is the glucose, from the leaves to the other part of plant where they can be either consumed or the stored for the latter use. And though this plant contain the transport system, they do not have separate digestive system or excretory system as that of human. So again, what points you should write down from this is the working of xylem and phloem. Transport system, what it contains? Mainly two parts, which are the xylem and phloem. What's the work of xylem? To transport the minerals and water from the roots to the all other aerial parts. Phloem work is to transport the food from the leaves to the all other parts where they can be used, consumed, or can be stored for the latter use. And this also you should write. Process of photosynthesis. It is in your filling the blanks. The small microscopic opening on the leaves is called as stomata, through which they can take CO2, that is carbon dioxide, from the air. And chloroplast is present in the leaves. The chloroplast present in the leaves contains chlorophyll, which absorbs the sunlight and help to convert carbon dioxide water into the food stuff. And in all this process, what is given out? Oxygen is given out in all this process. You should also write this formula and the process of photosynthesis in your notebook under the heading of nutrition in living organisms. One more topic you have to write in your notebook is, this is the question also in your text, in your exercise, need of nutrition. So just read this question, do not write it. While writing exercise you can write this question. Question number 3A is asked as, why do living organisms need nutrition? Under that you have to write this answer. Okay, that's it for today. Tomorrow we are going to see the nitrogen fixation.